Conor McGregor is not a boxer. So it's just talk, and it's absolute nonsense for these guys to fight each other.
And if McGregor fought Manny as a boxer, it's a joke. Shouldn't be allowed.
Interesting news came out today. Bob Arum told the Talk Box podcast he wants to make Terence Crawford versus Conor McGregor. He stated, and I quote, "I would love Terence Crawford to fight Conor McGregor. Once MMA rules, once boxing rules, because Terence has a wrestling background. We will be pursuing it with Dana White." End of the quote. Now, how ironic is it? Is the same guy, Bob Arum, who criticized Floyd Money May for fighting Conor McGregor when Floyd was 40 years old, saying it's ridiculous, it shouldn't be allowed, it's bad for the sport, it's a joke, and all of the above. Now is the same guy that's trying to make Terence the Bug Crawford, who's in his prime, versus a Conor McGregor today. Don't that sound ridiculous? I mean, get your money if you can, Bob Arum. Like I said, I'm on your side if you can make the fight happen, but at the end of the day, we all know it's talks. But criticizing somebody like Floyd when he was 40 years old, when he was making power moves, then turn around and do the same thing, it makes you look ridiculous, to say the least. I mean, Oscar on one hand did the same and then called out Conor McGregor. So did Canelo. And just like Bob Arum did with Al Heyman, when he criticized Al Heyman for creating PBC, and he went as far as saying that it's a bad idea moving to free network TV. He also stated on DBN that he will never work with Al Heyman. And just to make matter worse and put icing on the cake, both Golden Boy and Top Rank, which ran by Bob Arum and Oscar De La Hoya, sued Al Heyman. Golden Boy sued Al Heyman for $400 million at the time. Bob Arum sued Al Heyman for $100 million, which obviously they didn't even get a dime from Al Heyman, and they just ended up wasting their time. But the main point is, after all this took place, now looking back today, thanks to Bob Arum and Oscar De La Hoya, they got Al Heyman looking like a prophet, because they literally copied his blueprint, especially Bob Arum, the same guy that said he will never work with Al Heyman, now wanting to boycott Al Heyman, claiming that he don't want to make the mega fights because he has all the talent. He has all the talent pool with the PBC, spending the least amount of money for the most amount of revenue, unlike the Zone. So that being said, you can hate on somebody's success, but you can never stop them from growing. And Bob Arum obviously criticized Floyd Mayweather for fighting Conor McGregor. Now he want to do the same thing for Terence Crawford. But my issue with all of this that's taking place is not the fact that Bob Arum want to give Terence Crawford a Conor McGregor fight, even though he contradicted himself, but is the fact that he didn't give him the Pacquiao fight when he could have made it happen if he offered Pacquiao the right amount of money, or even overpaid Pacquiao to build Terence Crawford as his next superstar. So that being said, why waste your time trying to make this Conor McGregor fight when you know Conor would rather fight a Pacquiao, for example, or a Floyd Mayweather, two grandpas that could still fight, than fight a guy like Terence Crawford, who's pound for pound number one today, that he has no chance against. And it's not really the fact that he has no chance that will cause Conor not to take the fight with Crawford. That's not really the issue. It's the way he will get washed. Also, the fact that Crawford is not really a trash talker unless you press his buttons, and he have no history with Conor other than clowning how he was training for Floyd Mayweather, right? So that being said, Conor is only looking at Mayweather because obviously his middle name is Money, and he's 43 years old, and he might not get knocked out in the first round like he will with Terence the Bug Crawford. So like I said, Bob Arum should have focused on giving Terence Crawford the Manny Pacquiao fight at the time. That's what Bob Arum should have focused on. However, this report that just came out today, on the other hand, is just an entertainment for the day. And obviously, Bob Arum, like I said earlier, regardless of what you say, is what you do. You could criticize Al Heyman for moving to free network TV that you don't have to pay for. It's just part of your cable. And what did Bob Arum do after that? He did exactly the same thing, and that's why I said he copied Al Heyman blueprint. And now he working with Al Heyman to make the Wilder versus Fury rematch. And he also want to work with him to make the Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford fight as well. However, unlike a lot of people that claim that Al Heyman doesn't like to work with others, this and that, which is completely not true. He just makes intelligent decisions. So that being said, don't be mad because you're not as intelligent as him. Because he's working with Bob Arum, even though Bob Arum been very critical of him as of late, and even when he first came to the game. So let's all be honest, and we all know who's the king and who's the pound for pound when it comes to management and promotion and growing the sport of boxing. And that's no other than Al Heyman. So what goes around come back around. So if you say something out there and critique somebody, make sure you stay consistent and you don't end up critiquing yourself. That's why the Akhi is 100% reliable, because regardless of me stating the facts, I never involve my opinion or speak out of emotion. And at the end of the day, I'm always consistent. So that being said, the consistency is the key to success. So subscribe below if you're trying to get smart about the minute. If you're trying to get dumb about a second, don't listen to these casual fans / old media or decafs. So if you a casual fan, on the other hand, and you want to be a hardcore boxing fan, then attend the Akhi University for free. All you got to do to be part of the family and attend the Akhi University is click on the notification bell to get notified every time we post or go live on Split Decision every Sunday. And obviously, y'all have to follow my man Lunatune for the funniest boxing memes. I will leave his Instagram and IG link in the description box below, so keep it a G and follow my man. Also follow me at IG in the description box below and cop the Akhi merch. Y'all truly appreciate it. I really appreciate every single one of my Akhis. And to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace, and we outie.